Senator Hawley, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations to the nominees. Thank you for being here. Dr. Chowdhury, let me start with you. I want to come back to this article in which you advocated using artificial intelligence to monitor members of the United States military. You said that the time has come to shift the fulcrum, I'm quoting you, shift the fulcrum in the battle against violent extremism from reactive to proactive, and take the fight to the extremists, meaning members of the military. You say the key to disrupting them is uncovering and understanding their initial behaviors, elements that are contained in their electronic footprints. In other words, disturbing patterns and other activities, views, statements that may evince a troubling pattern, but before they would actually do anything that is illegal, objectionable, or against military regulations, right? I mean, what am I missing here?
Thank you, Senator. To address the article, it was submitted to continue a public discussion on the issue of extremism. I believe it fell short, and I regret that. But I do want to be clear that the vast majority of men and women who serve with honor, serve with integrity, and serve with excellence. And I believe that the constitutional rights of all of our members of the military need to be protected. If confirmed, I would follow the lead of Secretary Kendall to ensure that the mission is and guidance under extremism is accepted.
Well, I've heard you give that answer, and I want to be clear. I think that you've served with honor and integrity and excellence, and I just want that reflected in the record. And I thank you for your service. It's been long and varied to our country, so thank you for what you've done. But I have to tell you that the views that you advocate here, and it's not just views. I mean, you certainly did start a public discussion. I mean, if that was the goal, you have absolutely achieved it. You have started a public discussion, and what you're advocating here, I think, is extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. Let's read some more from your article. You say a common thread of all of these threats is that they find their origins in rudimentary human behavior, subtle in nature. These behaviors often go unnoticed by frontline managers and supervisors who miss signals of toxicity that worsen until they lead to more pronounced behaviors. So you advocate monitoring, gathering data, using artificial intelligence to monitor members of the military whose activities are not illegal, whose activities are not in violation of the military code, the Code of Justice, to monitor them because they might lead to behavior that you would later deem toxic. I mean, this is exactly what our opponents in China do with their social credit regime, where they rank their citizens and monitor their every behavior online and elsewhere. I just am astounded that you are advocating this. What led you to advocate this? By the way, this was written in July of last year, right? July 2021? And this wasn't like 10 years ago. It was just last year, right? That's the question. July. Yes, sir. I want to make sure I have that right. Yes, so what led you to advocate the use of artificial intelligence to monitor military members just, 7 months ago, 8 months ago?
Thank you, Senator. And again, the publication was intended to enter the public discussion, and I do regret that. And
well, wait, what do you regret? You regret that you published it, or you regret that you advocated using artificial intelligence to gather information on members of the military?
Yes, sir. Let me be clear and state again that AI should not be used to monitor military members.
When did you change your mind on that? Because you just wrote this in July. It's February. So when did your mind shift? That's a pretty quick change in a pretty quick amount of time. When you were nominated?
No, sir. Senator, I regret the article. And
but when? That's not my question. I know you regret it.
Yes,
you're getting grilled on it. When did you change your mind about it? You have advocated in print a policy, and by the way, it's not just this article. I mean, for years now, you said in May of 2016 that you think we need authentic leaders with a message who are ready to deliver for our nation with passion and conviction. These are the leaders that will guide the future of our nation, not by being colorblind. You said in November of 2015 that the military has a culture of xenophobic cronyism. And then by 2021 in July, you're advocating using artificial intelligence to monitor your fellow members of the military in order to root out behavior that you disapprove of. So this is a long-standing set of views. Now you say you've changed them. When did you change them?
Senator, the article was submitted to enter the discussion on extremism. I regret it fell short, and my views on this are clear. The men and women who serve in our military serve with excellence. They serve with honor, and I've seen it in my career, and I served alongside them, and I truly believe that. I also believe that constitutional protections and feel that their constitutional protections should be protected at all times. And so I don't advocate AI to monitor our military members, and if confirmed, I will follow Secretary Kendall's lead on this issue and on extremism, as well as Secretary Austin's lead on extremism, and ensure that our military members have the resources to do the job that they are expected to do.
Well, my time has expired, Dr. Chaudhry, and you're right about the constitutional issues that this raises. I think this would be grossly unconstitutional to consistently and constantly monitor members of the military. And as someone who has vociferously objected to China doing it, who has in our own country fought our own tech companies who, as you know, monitor every keystroke that Americans take, follow them around without their permission on the web, sell their data without their approval. I think that is so objectionable when private companies do it, but let alone our government doing it to members of the military. I think this is just astounding, and I'm frankly astounded that you've been nominated in light of these views. I think it's exceptional. So I thank you for your service. I cannot support you for your nomination for these reasons. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.